Hello. Today we are walking around Moscow again. We're gonna see a park, like the one we're in. We're also gonna see a residential neighborhood, like a typical 50s residential neighborhood. Well, typical to Moscow, not really to Russia. And then we're gonna go to a shopping mall because I need gloves with which I can use my phone. So we're in a park. Trees means park. This is CSKA subway station. This is the cool design. Oh, there are cats. Let's go. This is how you ask for cats' attention in Russian. No. I think he's afraid of selfie stick. Now there are dogs barking, so... No, I don't think... do you mind if I come closer? I'm trying to... Well, okay, let's not bother a cat then. I always pet cats. Because why would you... What's the point of leaving if you don't pet cats, right? I don't know, there are so many stray cats in Russia who ran away. This is a subway station. You can go on top of the subway station like that and see what view is there. So that's what we're gonna do, I guess. Today weather is, I think it was -8, but Apple gives you extra info, and among that there is what it feels like. And what it actually feels like is -13. So it's cold. Ooh, I've never been here. This is pretty. But you can go even higher. This is one of the newer subway stations in Moscow. There's a bench. It hasn't been snowing for a couple of days, but snow is still here because it's -8. It was -10 when I woke up and I was like, do I want to stream today? I don't know, -10. And then I check and it feels like -16 and I'm like, I'm not sure I'm streaming, but now it's, I think -8 or -6, something like that. Let me show you the view. That stadium. Those are some residential buildings, but those are like the newer ones. Well, sorry, can't see anything with the sun in your face. That building over there is the biggest shopping mall. See, over there is a second subway station, this building. There are people ice skating there. There are people just walking with their kids. So let's go down and I'll show you what we're standing on. I don't want to fall on camera. I mean, I'm literally going ice skating now. Look at the amount of ice. This place looks really cool. It was Aviapark shopping mall. It's considered to be like the biggest shopping mall in Europe, square footage wise, but first 3 floors are parking, and I think they might have counted that in. We'll see, we'll go there after we'll go check out residential neighborhoods. There we go, I'm live. I mean, this park looks better when it's green, of course, but you know. So you see there are like not too many big trees because this is park design trend now. So it's not only like Russian thing, it's just like what you would see public places be designed like pretty much worldwide. Like, at least like it's one of the trends. So there we go. Let me show you what we were standing on. This is a subway station. By the way, I haven't said which park it is. This park is called Hadinskaya Polye, which I don't think you can translate to English, so I think it's still Hadinskaya Polye. Construction sound. Yes, they're fixing something over there. Playground. I'm thinking what we can use. Look, this looks fun. This is what I wanted to do, but I guess child is occupying it. Oh, there we go. Fun. This is what I wanted to do, but I'm kind of too awkward to do this with all the kids around. Other playground stuff. Oh yeah, there is basketball court right here. So this is like springy material, so that you can work out and not ruin your knees. So, ice skiing. So this is some jumping stuff. I don't know, what do you call it? Well, let's show you, let's go. I like this buildings with mirror details on. Oh, see, this is what I was talking about. This is like, I don't know, like not a workout thing, but this is like for kids where they can jump and stuff. They have trampolines too. Look, pretty. Doggo. There we go. Two Julies. Pretty, right? I'll show you the pond. There are usually ducks there, but now it's too calm. 2021 it says. Not all the like Christmas decorations are in place yet, I think, and not all like some of them are in place, but they're not lit yet, because we actually don't celebrate Catholic Christmas, and the major end of the year holiday is New Year's Eve. Here's a plane. Well, it's not actually a plane, but it's another like playground. Here they don't have trampolines. There's just where you have to go from one point to another. It's new, so I don't know. Yeah, hell no. I would never be able to do this. Look, like you have to go from this side to this side using that. My arms are way too weak for that. You know, I'm holding a camera and my hand is already tired. Well, it does look better when everything is green and not white. But you know, another playground. This one is actually cooler because it uses elevation of the hills. See, this is a jumping pad. I'm not allowed to jump there because it's probably for kids only. Next airplane. Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't explain, but the whole place was not really an airport, but I don't really fully understand it myself, but I guess it was like a small airport, you know? At least there were like plane exhibitions here and stuff like that. Isn't it cool that they're using actual elevation of of the hill? So I guess you can walk here. Okay. Whoop! Okay. Well, I'm standing on a thing. Test it. Oh, more snow ASMR. It's Monday, so most people are at work actually. Well, yeah, sometimes we have like railings like this. The railing is here because water is frozen, but you know, you aren't supposed to ice skate there or anything because if somebody falls under the ice, it's gonna be dangerous. So I think that's why they closed it. It wasn't like all closed before. Yeah, so unfortunately, no ducks for you. All of those ones, all of the ones you can see actually are residential buildings, except for that one. That one is called Web Arena. I'm not sure what it is actually, but I think they hold some sports events. We were thinking about it yesterday, that I never actually knew that misconception about Russians and potato. And in Russia there is misconception, well, there's like a joke that Belarusians actually eat a lot of potatoes, but turns out around the world it's Russians for some reason. Never actually, I don't know, never actually heard it. This is like a small local park. We're actually almost at the other end of it. So the park is like for like people who live nearby and want to, I don't know, run, walk with their kids, walk their dogs. See that there's a for running, but no running in the snow, I guess. Well, no, actually people still run. It's just super cold. Oh, okay, there is a dog there. I'm kind of afraid, but I can show you the dog. Whoosh. Well, no, never mind. So this part is still under like construction. Like I said, the park is fairly new. I think it's like 2 years old or something. So this part is still actually, I don't know who it belongs to, but they didn't figure out what they want to do with it yet. So yeah. So this is a shopping mall parking. We're gonna come back to it after I show you a residential neighborhood, but now I am kinda cold, so I think we're gonna stop and sip a tea or something like that. But there will be dominoes there, yeah. Whoa, another domino. So, I think I can show you a Russian supermarket. Oh, I can show you the name. So, this is called Пятерочка, which is just 5. Пять is 5, but Пятерочка is just like a cute name for 5. It was just a convenient place to wear my mask. So the building I'm walking in front of is a residential building. See all of the windows. But on the first floor they have businesses, some shops, some beauty salons. There is like a furniture store, and you see we have doors just on the level with the ground, which is really good. But since I studied architecture, I know that it's actually difficult to implement in Russia, because old school architects will tell you that it's impossible because it will be like you won't be able to open a door because of the snow and stuff. But actually you can. I don't know, maybe 10 years ago you would have at least 3 steps in front of a door because of like the snow and stuff, I guess. Dominoes. So there is one more place, and I'm not sure if it's open, but we'll see. Oh, by the way, IKEA. IKEA, not blue. It was blue before. I swear it was. So this is a delivery guy for Yandex Еда, which is like a DoorDash, I guess. I think it's the rebranding for IKEA City, because this is a smaller IKEA, you know, like the ones that are in the centers, in the city centers. Oh, green, let's go. That guy looked at me so weird. There we go, let's hope it's open. It's open. Okay. Let's hope I can sit there somewhere. Okay, we're gonna drink tea quick and continue our journey. We have some cool food here too. Cool, right? I think I'm gonna ask about cocoa. I think some people, some English speakers, actually underestimate the influence of like of English language, or like American culture, for example. I had a lot of English music here playing. So okay, we're gonna drink cocoa and be on our way. Oh, okay, just a second. Hell yeah. Cafe is called Essential Bread, basically. See, it's called хлеб. Насущный. So that's like essential bread. This place is actually like, food here is delicious. Sometimes I order falafel salad from here. There's also an awesome sandwich. And I buy bread from here because they bake bread and it's amazing, and they have like yeast-free bread that is like very healthy and very good for you. So here's a menu. There are a lot of pages. A lot of pages. So many layers. In general, I just try not to be outside for that long, you know? So this is another typical residential buildings. This is like the state of housing in Russia, actually. So it's not like, it's actually still expensive. So this apartment, I think, like in the middle of the city. Oh, I have no idea, but it would be extremely expensive, I think. Basically, usually there are two elevators. One is small, one is bigger, so that you can fit a sofa in, you know, for example, if you wanted to get a sofa on your floor. Oh, it's actually going to be green now. Okay, let's try to get there. Because otherwise I'm going to have to wait for like 2 minutes or something. There we go. We did it. Yay! So, here is a building. Let's go inside. This is how it works. Parts of the building face the street, like the road and stuff. And parts of the building that face inside the block, they have entrances and everything. And this is like, nearby you would have like what is called dvor, which is yard. This is where, you know, like kids would play or something like that. You know, they don't like play near the road, because, you know, streets usually work like this, just a building, pedestrian walkway, and a road. So in Russian culture, dvor is like a big thing. I know it because this is what my master's degree paper was on. I don't know how to call it correctly. I haven't been in this neighborhood inside yet. So yeah, it's 6 floors. 6 floors residential building. It was built in the 50s. I actually checked it on a map. It was built in like 1953 or something. Since these blocks are this big, this is where I entered. This is where one street is. And it's another building inside of like this block. And it goes like there, like over there. I don't know if you can see on top of the red building, there's another building. So it's like pretty big. That's why they actually been able to fit a gym inside of this like residential neighborhood block, because this is how like cities were planned in USSR. Like you had a lot of like land near the houses so that you can let your kids play, so that you can meet up with your neighbors. There were a lot of like, well, I think maybe in the 30s there were a lot of events in this yard. Probably find you a picture, like a painting of like a Russian yard. There are like so many people doing so many things. And now there are just, you know, cars here. Because nobody actually thought, like this block was built in the 50s, like I said. That's why nobody actually had cars yet, or almost nobody. So they didn't expect that they were gonna need so much parking. Because now, if I would say like every maybe second apartment owners have a car. So unfortunately, now there is a lot of parking in Russian yards. This is an entrance to a building. This is where you go to your apartment. Remember I said that doors that are level with the ground are new. This is what you had before. You had a at least 2 steps, so that it was considered impossible to have a entrance on the ground level because of the snow. So you there would be snow and you wouldn't be able to open the door. So that's what you would have. But this is like a fancier Moscow apartments, like I think apartment buildings, I mean. So in provincial buildings you would have less decorations, but the idea would be the same. This is like the minimum square footage, I guess, for a living. All of these buildings here, they're all typical buildings. So they have the same floor plan. There are just a couple of sections, So one section would be like one entrance to, I don't know, there probably are 4 apartments on the floor per entrance. So like 4 apartments wide, and then there is a next block, and then there's a next block. And all of these buildings are actually the same block of apartments, like copy-pasted. But, if they needed to turn the building this way, they just did that. Yeah, that was cheaper, and obviously it was built in the 50s, so after the war Russia really needed some housing. It was needed to be built immediately. It was needed to be fast, relatively cheap. That's how they achieved it. And in the 50s they still tried to make it beautiful. But yeah, see, you have some decorations over there, under the balconies. So this is not only the function, right? That's what was built in the 50s. But after that, I think in the maybe 70s, not sure. Disregard the playground, it's new obviously. But after that, maybe in the 70s, all the buildings stopped being decorated because it was seen as when there is too much of something. So it's not the socialist way to have decorations when people are starving and stuff. This is actually pretty buildings, these ones are. And after that, buildings became actually purely functional, and they had even less decorations than that. Oh, I can see somebody looking at me from a balcony over there. So yeah, playground is new, and it's not we've seen a modern playground recently in the park. This is just, I guess, a cheaper version, and it's not really pretty because it's super in your face, colorful, not anything exquisite. It's just a playground. It's colorful like this because it's considered that kids like bright colors, and not really stylish. Well, at least it's new, it's fine, it's not broken, it's not dirty, so that's a plus. I guess. And this is where you would be able to let your kid play and stay at home and just look out of the window to check on them, because did you notice what I said, that the guy looked at me, he went on his balcony to open a window and look at me. That was the idea. The height of the buildings is actually the maximum height you can have without the elevators, so they didn't build in the elevators, that's why 6 stories. But it's very convenient you can, even from the 6th floor, you can kind of hear, if you're playing here, your mom can open a window on the 6th floor and yell, hey, breakfast, well, I don't know, dinner is ready. And this is what they did in the Soviets' time. So sorry if it's kind of too much like a lecture, I just had stuff to say. So yeah, and also this is what you would have in a typical neighborhood like this, in a typical block of houses. Playground, place for older people to sit, a lot of parking, green stuff. Well, usually when it's not winter. When I was researching it, like I said, my master's degree was specifically on yards, which is territory near houses. So when I was researching it, I realized that not many countries actually have stuff like this near house. Oh yeah, also what I didn't explain is that if this is a street, street is a public place, completely public, but a yard would be a semi-public place, only people from nearby houses would hang out there, because Why would you know? Because you wouldn't really want to go to somebody else's yard because you already have the same in yours. So it was kind of like, safer. See how well decorated this one is, for example. Decorative, like, I don't know, it's not really brick. And also, from like, Soviet city planning, here is a block, like, we saw like 1 yard, right? It was there for like maybe 4 houses. Then you have maybe 1 more yard here and probably 2 more over there. And on the other side, it's the same thing. On the other side of like the boulevard. But here you would have a boulevard, which is like a local park basically, where people from nearby yards would meet. So like, people from nearby houses would meet in a yard. People from nearby yards would meet in a park like this, in a local park. This is how cities were designed. You would have things that you need every day close to your house, things that you need like every, I don't know, month in your like close vicinity, and then things that you barely ever need, which is like you need on occasion, like theaters, for example. You would have like in the city center. There we go. Can you guess what that building is? From what you've seen so far, you wouldn't be too surprised to know that this is also a residential building. Damn, the dog was barking on me. What the fuck? So, do you guys know word babushka, right? You guys know word babushka, right? So, do you know that it actually doesn't mean old lady, but it means grandma. So, when you say babushka, you kind of assume that this lady is not just an old lady, but an old lady has grandkids. So, fun fact. Because I think people are saying babushkas when they just want to say an old lady. So the shopping center we're going to is called Aviapark. We're back here. Well, here's Aviapark, shopping mall that we're going to.